What's up, money makers? Looking for the next stock to explode, or you just want to break one down and see its potential? Well, you've ended up in the right place today, my friend. Not only do we break down and analyze stocks, but we also have the right juice at Banking with Billy Discord. Billy and the other coaches, including myself, rip that smoke every day with updates on our stocks we are chasing and letting go. Flooding the chats with updates and direction to the best of our knowledge. However, just so everybody does remember, just a reminder, stocks have a mind of their own. So therefore, I'm not a financial advisor, and these stocks mentioned in my videos are my opinion based off my own research and judgment. Let's get to it. I'm John with Just.Scrollin.Trades. All right, first stock we're going to talk about today. I'm having a class here, and these guys are interested to see what we got going on in the stock on this wonderful Thursday. AMTD. AMTD. I'm pretty sure everybody else has already pulled it up. One of the things I did want to show them, though, we're in Webull, and we're going to look at it through Webull. So the first thing, all right, so we saw this heavy spike. This has got everybody's attention. Of course it has. $2.40. Then it dropped back down, and now we're riding back up. Okay. So let's scoot back over here and let's see what we got going on this morning. We're already looking at, let's go ahead and look at the highs and the lows. 549, 165. So now that we know our lows and our highs, we're going to jump back over here. Our RSI, you know, it's set up pretty well. I like where it's at, but why has it been so bumpy? Look at this road the RSI has been on. It's been bumpy. You know what that tells me? It tells me uncertainty. Unsure of what it's going to do. But if you look up here at your market cap, you got 135,000 or 135 million in your market cap. What's your free flow? Your free float market cap is 67 million. Now I don't know how y'all are with math, but now we're going to investigate a little bit more because there's a lot going on with this little stock, and for it to be uncertainty here, let's see. Oh, that's right, the news came out. It's right here. AMTD, World Media and Entertainment Group, embraces full independent board structure, ready for its 2.0 stage of development and growth. Now, see, I've already read into this, and like I was telling the guys on here, the thing about it is, when the Fed news came out last night, we all watched. YouTube blew up, Discord blew up. Like, everybody's just trying to figure out what's going on. Well, now we're starting to see it's starting to lay out itself. This company here is so confident in themselves that they want to bump up, and they think that they're not getting paid enough. They think that their company is undervalued. So what they've done is they poured all this money back into the company now. So now you're going to see it firsthand right here. Let's go over here to the volume. This company only has 110,000 stocks going in, or buys, and 26,000 in sales. What does that tell us? It tells us that this company, I mean, it says it right here. The news and what the statistics say is the same thing. And the reason I know that is because my red alert, before I saw any news at all, what would have been my red alert here? Does anybody know? Well, the first thing I would have done, as soon as I saw this involuntariness, like this crazy rip through here, I know that they're trying to keep it on a level keel. But see how it's not going down and it's not going up? They're trying to keep it balanced because they're making a move. Now, how do I know they're making a move? Well, if you keep it even keel, if it drops off, boom, it's done. Skyrockets, boom, it's done. But whatever information that we don't know about that was holding them up before from getting approved is what kept them in the state. Now, after seeing this and seeing that this candle right here was your first indication something's up, it popped up to $2.40, and it's been riding at $1, right at $1.50, little over, for a while now. So that's my first indication. Well, then I look down here and I see this. Well, then I automatically got to go check the volume, and then when I come down here, oh, did we switch stocks? Why did the volume change? Well, I guess it's resetting the numbers now, so it may be here we go. I'm not sure. What time is it? Oh, yeah, it's resetting. We're going into the hour now. The market's opening up. And that's what it's doing. It's resetting now, but you saw how the numbers were before. That was so low, but with it having so much cap now, people are going to be in and out of this stock so much here, it's going to blow up. And down here, if you look at your MACD, you see how the lines were underneath? That was because it was undersold for so long. When the stock's going down, this is where this line rides. If stock's going up, it's going to ride up here. But all the candles, all these things mean something. The crossing over, your candlesticks, whether they're on top or the bottom of the lines, like, it all tells a hidden story. It's almost like coding. Coding is just another language. So is the stock market. And once you understand that language, then you can make better decisions. And with this being backed by that much information, so I even went a little further, right? I mean, that's just how I do. I get deep into it. So then I go over to Market Watch. I type in the same thing, AMTD. Let's get some information here. We go down. We're showing here. This was another thing. AMTD digital is worth more than 480 of the S&P 500 companies. We all know that the S&P 500 companies go one direction. She might take a break here and there, but the S&P is going one direction because so many people are involved with it because there's so many good stocks in it. Well, where it has already popped up 3,000% in the last 7 days, now that's what's giving them this capital. That's what's giving them, the markup in the capital. And now they're setting new goals for the company to reach, to expand, to grow. And we're catching it at the very beginning. They said that 2024 was the year of history to be made. And this may be one of those things. This may be one of those things where history's being made right in front of our eyes. Look at the next one. It said, AMTD digital issues. Thank you note. The investors as a stock trades about 23,650% above IPO price. And this was back in August of 2022. So this has been a non-stop thing, this information. And then now they haven't stopped growing. They're continuous up. So that makes me want to, hold on, I'm going to back up. I'm going to jump back over to Webull. Let's pop down here to the financials. See, this is the thing. Whenever you're in Robinhood or you're in Webull, and they have all this information for you already. However, I have found that there's more details in some of the other places to go look, like Watch Trades. I'll just walk you through a couple real quick. I use Market Watch all the time. I love Market Watch. It's a great one. Where's that? Stock Titan, that's a pretty good one. You do have to subscribe to this one, but it's a nice one. What was that? There's a couple others I had too. Oh, Yahoo Finance. This is another great one, and this is probably one that's updated the fastest, other than like Bloomberg and your normal big dogs. Bloomberg's a good one. The only thing about Bloomberg is, I don't know. I feel like I'm not getting the whole story every time. And then there's misleading information in there. But Yahoo Finance, I don't get that feeling about. I feel more confident in it because it's so... The foundation of Yahoo, I mean, we all know that is the same as Google. It's the step behind it. It's the Dollar General to the Walmart, Yahoo's been here a long time. It's got a great foundation, and it keeps showing us up every time. And the whole way I found this is I was on here just going through some news, just seeing what was going on. And then I saw that about that stock and them willing to invest that amount of money. Now, see, it even says that in the Webull. My puppy dog. So in Webull, we go back over to the news real quick. I pull up that same thing, and it tells you down here, MT Digital, where it is. Oh, you know what? I think it's on that other one I had pulled up a second ago. Give me just a second. I'll pull it back up. That way you guys can see what I'm talking about. Uh, there we go. It's not in that one. Tip ranks, that's what it was. I was trying to think of the name, but I thought I already had it pulled up. This is a new one I found, and I really like tip ranks. It's very informative, in-depth. Information is great on tip banks. Yeah. They're still trying to get me signed on. I haven't committed yet. Yeah. This has got to be a new one. I haven't looked to see when it came out. That's actually what I was fixing to do, but then I remember I was in here with you guys. I'm curious how long they've been out because I haven't seen them before. I just picked up on this past, I think it was last Friday. Is everybody good so far? Any questions?
No, I'm just spectating. I have no wait. What is tip ranks? Is it just another
Tip ranks. That's what I meant. Yeah.
news?
Yeah. I mean, it's just another news feed for stock market. But they give a lot of in-depth information on here, and of course, they're going to try and get you signed up the whole time. I just haven't committed yet, but I think I'm going to, just because I've been trying them out all week. They do give a lot of good information. Like it's a buy. That's all day. Average price for the target according to the analyst. But see, and a lot of this information, the thing about going to different places is if you're really trying to make a big investment, right? Say like they'll try and get you anywhere from Sunday from different places. If you're really trying to make a big investment, and if you do your regular strategies, we were actually talking about this earlier just in the chat, right? When we were just sitting around. If you come in here and you're like, you know what, I'm going to try and do stocks. I'm interested with numbers. I'm interested with the stock market. It looks like a good time. I'm going to try it out. Okay, great. I mean, look, I'm in here with you guys right now teaching y'all how to do the stock market because I have a passion for it. I love this game. But the problem is, whenever you get on YouTube and you start looking this stuff up and you're watching this guy zoom through all this stuff, you don't understand what's really going on. Because let's admit it, we've all done it. We watch YouTube videos and then we just get in. Well, I lost a lot of money because of that. Instead of paper trading first, instead of following the steps like, nah, I can make pretty good calls. Yeah, that's true, but you also don't understand the system. And it's just kind of like going to work. Like your regular job. I bet you know the best time for you to go to the bathroom at your regular job. I bet at your regular job you know the best time for you to take your break. Or if you needed a few extra minutes because you was really tired from the night before, I bet you know where to go to take an extra 10 minutes just to get your mind right. That's because you've been in a routine. And in that routine, you know how to advance in that routine. You know how to implement different things in that routine. Same thing with stocks. Once you learn the routine of stocks and how you trade stocks and how the system works anyway, well, then you can make volatile decisions and accurate decisions on your buy-in and get out. Because the biggest problem in the world with new people coming into the stock game is that they watch those videos, they're like, yeah, I'm getting in, and they get in when everybody else is, but where everybody misses that, and it's so unfortunate, but where everybody misses is that they don't tell you when they're getting out. They don't tell you how to set up before you get out. So what you're doing is you're just waiting to see it go the other direction. So if you're waiting, you're watching for it to drop off and then get in, well, you've already lost. I mean, you're going to be stuck with that stock, guaranteed. Because people that really know what they're doing, they're sitting there watching you sit out there and hang. Now, if the only way you look up with it is you got that somebody like you that's about to make that same mistake, or you got a bull in there that's like, oh, look, this guy messed up. I'm about to buy all this stock. And then whenever it comes down for this short squeeze, he's just going to triple on what he paid for your stock. And that's going to cover his P&L. So now that he's covered his P&L, so that drop ain't going to hurt him. That drop ain't going to affect him, and he's going to double his money. off of your mistake. Happens every day.
Yep.
Happened to me forever before I realized it was happening, and I'm like, what am I doing wrong? It's because I was chasing the money. We talked about this earlier. If you're chasing the money, you ain't gonna get none. You gotta follow the money. You gotta see what it's doing. You gotta know where to go. You gotta know where to be, you know? Stock market. You are a stalker. Think about it. Stock market. You are a stalker. You're watching these numbers go up and down. You're watching these companies to see what they're doing. You're keeping up with all this information. Why? Because you got your money invested in it. Anything I got my money in, I'm keeping an eye on. You know? My truck, I love my truck. I've got money in that truck. And if anything happened to my truck, I'm instantly mad. I'm instantly upset. Same thing with this. But the thing about this is, it's kind of like poker. You know, you got to take your feelings out of it. Because if you start thinking of it as money, well, you've already lost. If you have rules set, that's what keeps you from losing your money. Stick to your rules. Don't matter what they are. It don't have to be the same as anybody's. You can look it up on YouTube. Look up rules. And you pick out 4 or 5 from 4 or 5 different people. And you set your own game plan. That's what's going to make you a trader. That's what's going to make you money. Not getting on here. Now, I'm going to say this 2 different ways. First way I'm going to say it is, when you get on here, it's like, hey, what's the buy-in? What's the sale? You think about this, guys. If me and the other coaches are on here every day, right? And we're talking to you guys, we're keeping up, I promise you, we know who's doing what where. We know who's asking the questions and who's not asking the right questions. Who's trying to force an entry and they don't know when to get out, so now they're begging someone to tell them when to get out. If you don't understand the basics of the stock market, then you're never going to understand. You're never going to make that money. Like you see these people saying, oh, I made $5,000 a day. I made $3,000 a day. Discipline, rules, sticking to your game plan, and not diverting from that, and not chasing. We go to chasing money, you're done. You're done. We follow the money. That's what do people do that's got money? You think of Donald Trump, Bill Gates. They follow the money, bro. They do not.
John,
They do not chase money. Yes, sir.
go cover PLCE.
PLCE. I got you. But yeah, these guys are chasing. They're not chasing. They're following. PLCE. Bro, where was that at this morning?
7 a.m. in Dragonfly Alerts.
Bro, I thought that said PLNR. I was like, why is he jumping in that one already? Look at this. Or is it PTNR? No, it's PL. PLNR. Look, that's the one I thought you posted this morning. I was like, why is he even in there?
Damn, nah.
Bro, oh my gosh.
PLTE stock. She's halted. It's gonna halt up too.
What is it? Say it again. PLNE.
PLTE. Children's Place. PLCE.
PLCE. Oh my god, dude. I looked at it and see, look at that. It's that easy to make that simple of a mistake. But where I was trying to go through everybody's scans this morning, because, you know, if somebody else is already covering it, I don't want to cover that same stock. If Dragonfly, like, look at him on PLCE right now. Boom, it's out of the market. But just because I put a letter wrong, I missed out on a great stock.
Bro, my options account is fucked. Won't let me trade. Oh, there she go. Just on halted. Looks like it's gonna halt again though. Oh, there you go, 95%.
Oh my god.
Oh.
That's it.
That's how we do things in here. Find the hot news. Oh, it's ready to take a dip, maybe. Ready to take that dip.
All right, so what do we got going on here? What's really going on? What's all the action about? Have you looked into that?
Oh yeah, I posted the news this morning. They appointed a new they changing control,
Bro, I'm done.
and
I'm
they
done
have a
sleeping.
whole they got a whole bunch of things going on, but they're compounding sales.
I'm done sleeping, bro. I, I'm over it. I've slept enough in my life. I feel like I'll sleep when I'm dead.
Sleep is the cousin of death. Oh
Yep.
yeah, she's taking her dip now though. Small dip maybe.
Man, I hate that. I missed this one. This is another good one. Hey, Dragonfly, he drops them like that too. Man, he's had some good calls the last couple of weeks. Last 2 weeks, he's been on fire. I think what it was though, and Dragonfly, you correct me if I'm wrong. About 3 weeks ago, he hit a bump with some stocks and lost a little bit of money. And I don't know what happened, and I don't know what he did, but since that, he's been on fire with these stocks.
Sometimes you just need to take a break, bro. That's all it
That's all
is.
it is.
You need to take a break and let your brain settle. Because you get caught up in you get caught up in the gist of things, and you start making bad moves. Well, now you start trying to make up for those, and you start revenge trading, and you start fucking panic selling and panic buying, and at that point your brain's scrambled. You're too focused on getting back what you lost when you just need to take a step back.
That's it.
Sometimes you just need to take a step back, and there's nothing wrong with it. Shit, I was telling John not too long ago, back last year, I had to take 2 whole months off
Yeah.
because I fucking got into a really bad position that I just kept pushing money into. I lost probably more than what's in most people's accounts. So I was like, I gotta take a step back and do some reading, make sure, I had to figure out what I was doing wrong, and I did. You just sometimes you got to take a break and reevaluate. Put your gooses back in order, as they say, or whatever it is. Get your ducks lined up.
Get your ducks in a row. That's a
Yeah,
that's
that's
a
what it is.
$1 million that's $1 million statement he just made, and that's coming from a disciplined trader. He said it himself. He said I'd take a step back. Discipline. He know he messed up. He
Look
got
at
overwhelmed.
PLEE though. Man, I'm so mad that I waited all morning because I thought I was gonna do options today, and my fucking options account said no way. Now I'm
Dude, this
sitting
thing.
here looking at this. I would have definitely jumped into this morning if I had not waited for options. I'd be up 100%
100%.
right now.
Right?
I called this thing up. I called this thing out. It wasn't even up 20% yet.
Dude, and it's so beautiful though. Look at the MACD down here. It just crossed over today, this
Oh,
morning.
yeah.
It just now happened. I mean, this is just the beginning of this upward trend, but I don't know what that
I mean,
pullback's gonna be.
if this thing can break, if it can break this level, I say if it breaks this level and then hits 30, if it breaks 30, you're definitely on your way back up to 48.
Oh yeah, PLCE for sure.
But we'll see what happens with this one. Because like I said earlier, the news the news is hit and miss. It's got positive and negative aspects to it. So I mean, obviously the positive aspects to it are winning.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like that was a good call, bro. I'm just trying. What got you onto it? Can you explain that to us?
I saw it in the news and I saw it at a high sentiment and a high impact. I go for that high impact, high sentiment news.
So what you're telling us is the news and the stock market go hand in hand.
Oh, for sure. Well,
Right before you hop.
one thing you gotta realize is that the market makers manipulate the news. So if you're looking
Yeah.
at the news, you gotta remember the market makers are in the news, manipulating the news, and then you gotta look at the stock to see where to see where the sentiment is. If the news got high sentiment and high impact, and you're sitting over there just beginning bullish divergence, guess what? That stock's gonna explode because they're pushing out that good news because they know that the stock is just coming around to bullish divergence. So the stock's going to explode. They put that news out on purpose to draw in new buyers.
Exactly.
I.e., it's in the accumulation phase. They're accumulating new buyers, getting ready to move up to the distribution phase so they could distribute their profits amongst themselves and the company. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir. I'm sorry. But yeah, 100% agree with you. And right before you dropped in earlier, I was explaining the same thing to them of how important it is to keep up with the news because they go hand in hand, and one diverts the other, one controls the other.
Yeah, if anybody tells you the stock market's not manipulated, lose that person as a friend because they're lying to you.
Yeah,
Either that or
that's
they don't
right.
know. Don't listen to them if they're telling you it's not manipulated because it 120% is. Ain't no doubt about it.
Right.
Guys, that's not true. They're my friends. The stock market's my friend. The news they care about me, guys.
They don't
They
want
care
your
about me as a
money.
trader.
They don't want your money. No way. They would
They don't
never
want
do
my
Wine
that.
money.
have us.
They want to give
Wine
me
have
money.
us.
Oh shit. Anyways, guys, I just wanted to stop in real quick. I gotta go. Best of
Appreciate it,
luck to
Dragonfly.
everybody today. I'll see y'all in a little bit.
We appreciate it, bro. We'll see you here in a bit.
Yep, yep. See you in a bit.
Later.
All right. He don't even know, but he dropped in right in the middle of that class, so he's recorded. I was like, gotcha. Oh me. But anyways, he won't care. Me and him, we share our stuff, and where we're both coaches, and we're also working on new things for people. We're trying to keep up with each other too, and making sure that we stay on point with what we're saying and helping each other out. Here's what would worry me though. So this is a good indication of what a bad long term would be or a good long term would be, right? I'm going to say it that way because this is for you to make your own judgment calls, because this is what you got to remember. No matter what, it's always your money. So no matter what people tell you to do or suggest what you should do, at the end of the day, you're making your own decision with your money. And right here, like PLCE, right? So I'm just breaking down the stock a little bit more after I got to looking at it. This is one that I would have mixed feelings about. April 22nd. You see how these are. What we're looking at right here, I guess I could explain that first. This is a buy chart. And what this is saying is, should we buy, should we not buy, should we hold, and the condition of that buy. So you're looking at a strong buy, a hold, a sell, a strong sell, and it also tells you your total accumulation for every month. Now, you can broaden this out and you can get even more in depth, but that's going to be in a later class about in-depth, long-term, choosing your stocks that you want to do for like maybe your dividends or maybe for long-term just investment that you want to hold on to a while. We'll have a class about that later. But this is a good indication right here. This tells me that this holds for long-term because look at it right here. Look at what we're looking at. You got the holds. Look at all these holds. So what this means is in between those 30 days is telling you, or I'm not sure how that one's set up on this one. I know how it's set up on mine. It might be a little bit different here. Yeah. Well, either way, the colors never change, right? The colors don't lie. They tell you right here. It's had good buys, and when it's up, you buy, and look at your holds. It has a lot of holds. So what that tells me is a lot of shareholders with this stock is they buy this and they'll hold on to it, and then every once in a while when they do sell, all they do is buy again, and it looks like they got their peaks planned out for when they do it. So there may be a lot of SP 500. I guarantee PLCEs in SP 500. It might be a Neo. I don't remember all the ones in Neo, but stocks like that definitely could be in there. Let's check its numbers here. So it says here next quarter. You've always got to check dates. This is another thing that I've noticed. I've known it a long time, but I've been noticing it more here lately, because what some people do is they like to Well, what we call it is online bragging. Have you ever seen somebody post something like they call something? Well, I mean, I know y'all seen it in the chat because we get we get pretty out there sometimes. But somebody be like, "Bro, I called that stock out already." That kind of that pride thing. Well, that's the same way that companies think. That's the same way they operate too. They think about that, and if they make a call back in 2022 of what it was going to do in 2024, and they put that out again, they republish that same news, and somebody looks at that and like, oh shit, this is happening, and then you go do it. No, you're too late, bro. That's what I mean. You think of all the manipulation that you already catch from this. This is why it's so important to learn these different kinds of skill sets to do your research. In-depth research gets crazy, and not only that, it tells you what's going on around the world. Like, you're really keeping up with everything whenever you get into it. But if you get that wrong date, you make that wrong judgment call, well, that's going to cost you money. Just like this morning, I got my emotions involved on a stock, right? And where I am disciplined and I know the things I preach, I also, I got to live by. So where I felt I could flip this stock this morning and go in heavy and get my 15% and just go on. That's why I reached out to Dragonfly. I said, hey, I'm just too involved with this stock. I've been researching it for a while now. Look at it for me. No, it's a bad call. I think you should hold up and wait because of this. Oh, I didn't see that. See, whenever you see the good stuff, you think about it in life, right? Apply it to life. When you see the good stuff, you don't see the bad stuff no more, right? When you're happy, you're not thinking about being mad. Nobody is, right? If you're happy, you're not thinking about being mad. Same thing here. I'm invested in this now. So I'm reading about it. I'm like, oh no, this is going, bro. This is gonna skyrocket. But because of a technical detail I missed, but Dragonfly was able to point it out for me, I was like, oh wow. See, I did the same thing for him the other day on a stock because I was like, wait a minute. Not him. It was I think it was Ash. But I pointed out the same thing to him. I was like, no, bro, you got to look at it here. You're missing this. You're looking at it in the wrong window. That's another thing. Whenever we're going over these time frames, you've also got to pay attention when you're listening to classrooms and you're sitting in this stuff. Sorry, guys, that was my alarm. No, we're still good for now. I don't have to worry about it just yet. So, anyways, whenever you're following along with these videos and you're trying to keep up with what people are talking about, it's very vital that you look at. Let me pull this back up. I'm going to show you real quick before we go back into the news. It's very vital that you're keeping up with their time frames too. Like right now, you can't even see what day or if I'm in minutes. You can't see none of that, right? But I've been waiting and nobody's asked this question. Like, where's your time frame? You're looking at the stocks, right? You're looking at what I see, but where's my time frame? How do you know what time I'm looking in?
No.
Details, guys. Stocks are about details. We've been in this class for 33 minutes and not one person mentioned it. And it's okay. I mean, I had to learn the hard way too, and that's what we're doing. But just because everything lines up but nobody knows what I'm even really looking at, that would drive me nuts. There it is. Now that you can see it, if it'll get my name out of there. Why is that stuck there? It's just saying we're oh, that's on my... There it is. 1 minute, day. So let's see here. Go ahead and hit in my range. I put 1 day, 15 minutes. Now look at it. This is my point. I was going to make this point. I wanted to make it in the class, and it worked out, guys. If you cannot see those time frames, you have no idea what somebody's talking about. Because I could be telling you one thing in a 15-minute chart, but what I'm talking on, you should be looking at in a 4-hour chart. So I guess the first lesson I want to provide with this is make sure that you're keeping up with what you're looking at. And this is going to be very vital for what I'm about to talk about next. So if you can't see that time frame, or you can't see these numbers when people are talking about your quotes or your key stats, you know, if you can't see these numbers, or it's not on your own screen and you're not following along, call them out. I want you to, because the whole point of me doing this is because I have too many people reaching out to me wanting help with it, and they're wanting a guideline of what to walk by, but then they get lost. Even though they're getting the lessons, they don't understand what they need to be doing while they're learning. And that was something I had a hard time with myself, you know, and I take that personal. And I reached out to my couple buddies about it because it dawned on me. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to teach these people, but I'm going to teach them how to teach themselves. Because if I've learned anything in this world, you ain't got nobody to lean on but you when it all comes down to it. I mean, you think about it. Yeah, we have family, we have loved ones, we have great friends. But in all, in every life decision, you got to base it on you and what you decide to do. Well, this is the same concept. You got to make vital choices. But you need to know the right questions to get the right answers. So that's what I was trying to... I've just proven a point, and that may have been a butthole move. But nobody asked. Not one person mentioned it at all. But everybody's keeping up. I know y'all are following along and watching what I'm doing, but that's something you got to pay attention to. If you can't see, then you call somebody out. You let them know, hey, I can't see that. I can't see what you're talking about. That way, you are actually getting the value of what you're searching for.
Yeah, no.
Does that make sense?
I was just watching. Sorry. I didn't want to like interrupt your stream, especially when you were talking with Dragonfly. Just letting you guys do your thing, and it's just it's absorbing the atmosphere.
That's it, bro.
Mostly.
No, it's all love here. It's all love here. And the only reason I did that is just to point that out because it's so vital. It's so vital in your learning experience. And if I would have known that, so much earlier in my journey here, then I'd been where I am now a lot sooner. Ask why. If you don't understand something, or if you're... Why? And in the steam room, and of course, I'm sure you're going to be in more of my classroom stuff, but if you're in here and you got something you got to say, just be like, oh, yeah, and just cut in, bro. Because I don't know, that's the worst thing about this is because we're not looking at each other, so we don't know when's a good time. So we just have to play it by ear, and if somebody's speaking, then we're just respectful. We let them finish. And you got to think, us coaches, I'll go ahead and tell you, Billy will be just as bad. Dragonfly is just as bad. And I am too. I mean, you just sat there and called me out. And it's okay, bro. We are having to look at a screen and we're talking to it. Like we are talking to a group of people sitting in the room and there's nobody in here but my German Shepherd. And he just looks at me. So I know he don't care what I got to say. But I also have to think of it as, okay, these guys are listening and, they're wanting to learn and that's why they're in here. That's why we're having this session right now. So if you got questions, ask your questions. And I'm going to make a point. See, to better myself, that's that discipline thing I'm telling you about. See, I'm still disciplining myself every day. To make myself better, I'll make a point to stop myself and ask, is there any questions? Thank you for that. I appreciate that.
Can we... I see that PLCE. It's having a good day right now. But can we go back to because we were going to talk about I think it was PEGY. There we go. That's you wanted to get on PEGY, and I was like, okay, let's talk about this. But then you started streaming all that, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna wait on that one for a second because I don't want to disturb even at the stream and like what he's got going on. But I did want to go in. I did want to get into this because I was wondering because you said you have like foresight on this, like you have the good foresight on this, and you think it's gonna do this and that. I just wanted to let you do that.
All right, let me
Because I do want to. I want to see the value. I want to see what the value is in this, and like for the reasons that it has value. But obviously, I'm casual. I've been doing this for 3 years, and I've been learning like a lot of patterns, a lot of like little things here and there. but I don't have like a what is it? Like a program, I guess. It's more like I've picked things up from like all different places, from swing trading to day trading to long term. I've picked up a lot of things. Like I know how to read their forums. I'll go to like a stock's website. I know how to read their forums. That's what I'm saying. Like they're like the liability. Like, do you know what I'm talking about? They're 8Ks. They're 10 Qs.
Oh yeah. Yep.
I know. Actually, I know a couple of things about like long term. I just don't do them. But I know
Well,
how to read
see,
their
then why are
forums.
you wasting your time there? You know, me and you were talking about this earlier, and with everything you were saying to me, I knew you were a long-term investor, but you didn't do long-term investing because you were searching for all the other stuff. But everything you were saying earlier in the conversation, I was like, that's long-term talk, and that's why I said, hey, understand what trader you want to be, and then put those skills in, because that's just a waste of time for you. And you know, honestly, this is my thinking process on it, and I think it's just because it's the year 2024. But I personally feel like that long term is so dangerous right now. If you're not stacked with cash beyond cash, long term is insane right now. To even put, now this is personal opinion. Remember, everything I say is my opinion. But in my opinion, everything's so risky right now. Long term, too scary. Being in 2 weeks right now is scary for me because I'm like, well, I don't know what's going to happen next week with everything going on in the world today, but I can't stop working either. So I have to protect myself. Discipline. You got to know everything that's going around you. Well, short term, that's what you're chasing now. That's great because now you've been in it for 3 years, and I hate it for you that you wasted that time. But this is what I'm trying to eliminate for people. This is what I want to eliminate. First, you need to figure out what kind of trader you want to be. So I guess the first question there would be, what's your time look like? How much time can you invest in trading? If I can invest every day, like me, I'm an entrepreneur. I've got other businesses going too that I also run, but I can sit here and I can do this Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and half a day on Thursday, and then the rest of my week I'm working on my other businesses.
Right.
But how much time do you got? Because if you are like me, then yeah, you can do day, swing, long term, your preference. But if you are someone who, like Dragonfly, that works, he has to go to work right now. Like, I'm out of work for the next month, so I'm at home. But he's not. He has to go to work right now, even though he gets off at 2 o'clock or 1 o'clock, and then he gets to come back in and he gets to get in with us and he gets in through the day. But it's all what you can do. Because here's the thing. We were talking about this earlier too. I wish we recorded that session, bro. Like, we had so much good insight in there. But I'll just cover it again because we have new people in here anyway. If you don't know the getting in and getting out of a stock, you should not be putting money into it. You should
Correct.
paper
Yeah.
trade. Because I have certain indicators that I'm going to go over in future classes that I look for that stock to go up. I have indicators that's going to cut me off that stock if it's about to reverse on me because it's being forced to. Where the stock's manipulated, you can't just make decisions like you used to be able to. See, back in the day, whenever Wolf of Wall Street, right? It was just trading then. It wasn't you couldn't like short stocks, and you couldn't do all these other things. You could, but they had to do it a different way. They had to take money out, they had to put money in. It was different. It wasn't like options. But they could still manipulate the stock because they controlled it with the money. If you got the money, you can do anything, right? I mean, we've seen that. We all see that every day. But that's just it. You got to figure out what kind of trader you are. And once you figure out what kind of trader you are, then you can move forward. You got to figure out your time frame. If you only have the morning time, if I only had between 5 a.m. and 10 a.m., 100%, bro, I'm definitely going to be a day trader. Now, if I have mornings and afternoons, I'm going to be a swing trader. Now, if I have no time because I'm so busy, I ain't got time to fool with this, Me personally, I'd probably hire a broker, or I'd get in long-term bets, or see about dividend stocks where I put in so much a month and then I get paid so much a month. Like, that's you got to figure out your style and your dedication level. Now, if you're dedicated, like like I am. I've never made videos and stuff, but like I said, I've just had so many people reaching out wanting help and stuff. I don't know how to reach everybody at once. That because whenever you figure out you got other people out here that are in the stocks, they love the game just as you, and they're a regular Joe just like you are, and they're trying to just make a little extra buck. Those are the people that I want to work with. I want to help those people out because I know what it's like needing that little extra bump. This is the way to do it. A lot of people grew their businesses with the stock market. Like, they started a business, and of course, when a business first starts out, it's crap. You're not making money out of that business. Like, it's costing you money because of what you got to put into it, right? But what a lot of people miss is they take the, like even Trump, Warren Buffett, what do? They take that dividend money out of one of their dividends and say, oh, we're going to start this business over here. So that money that they get, that check they get every month off that dividend, that check goes into this business over here. So now it's not costing them money, and it has a constant cap. It has a constant flow of income. Well, if you have a constant flow of income, and you don't even have to worry about nothing happening with it because it's always going to be paid because you build up your dividends, and now you got enough money coming in just to float into that business. That business is building itself while you're over here doing the same thing again and again and again and again and again. That's how these guys can get so much money to cover so many things at once, is because they're spread out so far, but they're spread out with a lot of money. Donald Trump, he's the same way. Why do you think that he started buying properties and putting houses in all these different countries? It's not because, he's just running from anybody. It's because anytime he visits that country, now he's treated like he lives there. So when he goes there, he's not treated like somebody who lives in another country, someone that, just visiting for the week. No, he's going to his villa up on that mountain right over there. Yeah, for sure. He don't have to pay those taxes. And then if they change, like currency change, or with the money, tax money, if he's transferring over cash shore funds over to his other accounts, and he's spreading that money across his dividends, and all that stuff's just paying for itself. What's that guy's name? Poor Dad, Rich Dad. Does anybody know the book I'm talking about?
I do not.
Oh, man. Let me tell you something. Read the book Poor Dad, Rich Dad. This guy, his insight is insane. And he learned at a very young age that he had a poor dad, which was his real dad, and then his best friend's dad, which was a rich dad. Both have great morals and values, but they look at things differently. And that book alone gave me a different perspective on how to invest, how to look at investing, and how to see myself as an investor. Because instead of me working for the money, dude makes the money work for him. And that's what I'm talking about. If your money is working for you, then that's a real boss, is it not? Look, we can all have employees all day long. But if your money is working for you, that's a different level. And that's why they're the 1%. Because they understand that concept. Me, I'm trying to get to that language. I don't have the people to back me like they do. But I get the concept, and now that's my goal. I'm working towards being better. I'm working towards setting in dividends where I don't have to worry about money. Period. If my dividends can take care of me and pay for me myself, now of course I'm going to wait till after this year before I'm going to see what this year brings us first, and then we'll go from there. But I'm only 37. I got time. I ain't worried about it. But whenever I do that, then I'll let them pay myself, and then I'm just taken care of by my money that I stacked up and put back here to do that. Same thing they do. The only difference is once my businesses are set, I'm done. I'm just going to sit back and enjoy my family. but I enjoy helping people too, and I think this is one of the things I can do that with, teaching people how to do these stocks. Hey, you let me get sidetracked. You weren't supposed to do that, Ash. I saw you come in, bud. All right, we're gonna go back to PEGY stock. This one is crazy. It's crazy because it's pineapple solar energy. Yeah, that's what it is. I did a video on this already. I've been looking into it. This is actually one that's supposed to be coming up too. Now, I'll have to bear with me for 1 second because I'm going to pull it up. I think actually I have it right here. Yeah. Tip ranks. I'm telling you, I'm probably going to go ahead and become a member of Tip Ranks today because I use them. It's like my go-to right now. PEGY. All right. So, let's go down here. Now, y'all remember me talking about this a minute ago. This is your trend for your buy, sell, hold, all the goodies. Now tell me what's ugly about that. This stock, since October 19th, right? I mean, that's what it's showing us just right here. October 19th until September 23, it's showing us all blue. That means it's a strong buy or a buy.
Right.
And now, if you also look up there, look at your hits up there. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 months from November 22 to September 23. You got to remember this is going in quarters. That's why it's separated like that. So you got to remember that. But anyways, so right here, it shows us it's a 2, 3, 3, 3, 3 for all those months by. Now, for a company that is trying to build itself up, make a name for itself, I feel that this company is definitely making their landmark. Why do I say that? All right, well, let's check it out a little more then. What is PEGY? You know, like what is the solar energy? What do they do? What do they offer? That's what you got to look into because this is where this is what separates the I made $100 today to, bro, I don't even know if I can tell you what I made today. I'm still trying to become that trader myself. Let's see. What was it? PEGY.
PEGY.
I know, but yeah, but I gotta look up the actual company. It's Pineapple Energy. That's it. There we go. Oh, I hate when I do that. Try it again. All right.
What is it? What is it, John?
PEGY is the ticker. Pineapple Energy is the company.
Oh, you did a video on this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of so Ghosthead wanted to know about PEG. He had some more questions on it, so I'm just doing some follow up on it.
Okay.
That way we can see where we're at now.
Good. Sorry, I just got in. I'm just listening. I'm gonna have it on mute and I'm gonna listen. And thanks for all you do for us, John, man. You've been helping me the last few days, man. I made good money just listening to you. So thank you.
Heck yeah, bro. No problem, man. That's what I want to hear. That's what I want for all of us. I want us all to make money. That's it.
Yes, sir. So I'll just go and put it mute and just listen. I'm working, so I'm just gonna listen. Thank you.
Sounds good, Ash. I appreciate you, bro.
All right.
Okay.
So
So
here's
PEGY.
Pineapple Energy. And
So
it's
solar.
solar energy. Yeah, it's a solar company. Now, we all know that a lot of people are going to solar.
Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah, it's huge. One of my friends, he just invested $100,000 into solar. Like, are you serious? Like, his whole house, I mean, done. He's good. Let the power go out. Like, he can run his hot tub while he's running everything else. But look at what they offer. This is what you got to think about too. So, what does this company offer? Why can I hold on to it? Why should I invest in it? You got to ask all the right questions. Always. And if you feel like you're uncertain, remember this. If you're uncertain of a stock, it's because you didn't ask enough questions. Because whenever, and I still have trouble with this just because I'm breaking my mindset from bad habits. And this is one of those bad habits. If you're uncertain And the biggest problem with it is because people want to get in. Because when they see it, they see a stock or they hear about a stock, they're like, oh shit, I missed this. This stock's about to blow up. This stock's about to go crazy. So then they want to hurry up and jump in. I've told you guys, if you don't know when to get out, then if you did know when to get out, then you would have never bought in. If you just seen it on the news, hey, this is pumping up. It's already up 20%. You better jump in. No. It's up 20%. And I know Ash is working. Otherwise, I'd ask him what you could do in this scenario. So I'm just going to answer for him. It's up 20%. It's a hot stock. What am I going to do? I'm not buying in right then. I'm waiting for my short squeeze. I'm waiting for that pullback. Whenever it pulls that break and it has that pullback and you see that little drop down, that drop down, it's going to give you that ticker. It's going to show you, it's going to give you that candlestick, and it's going to show you that the indication, hey, we about to crank it up or we're about to turn it down. Either way, there's those indicators that we'll be covering later that tells you that. But right now, this is a long-term idea, right? So let's talk long-term. Because right here you see, find seller near me, financing. Did y'all hear that? Financing. What does financing tell us? Everybody's got a cell phone, or at least I think you do because you're on here. So think about it this way, right? If they finance anything, now we're talking about power in your house. We're talking about your electricity. They finance. That's a continuous income. They go out, they do the work, you pay for it. That means they've already done the labor, they've already done the job. Now they're just receiving the money for it. Not only that, they're also, getting the interest off of it. For their own set interest. That pays their taxes on it. On the materials that they bought to do your job. See how that works? It's a system, bro. And how that system works is it's very unique. But the reason I say, you can see how clean these people are, man. Investor relations. Look at this. Website's all nice and neat. It's up to date. It's professional. It's good stuff. Me and Billy, we've been talking about websites and we've been building, going through building them and all that. And it's a lot of work, bro. And this is good stuff right here. And it's clean. I'm sure a professional did it outside. Maybe outside the company, maybe not. Because, well, look here. Let's see. Let's go to about. This is one thing I didn't check out the other day was see how long they've been in business. I was curious about this. Founded in 2003. They're established, bro. 2003? It's 2024. Think about how many customers they already have. So this is going to be a continuous grow. But what does this also tell us? It's long term. So that means it's going to grow slow. It's going to grow slow. Might still get a good bump. It may jump up a certain notch because it wants to make a name for itself. But everything I'm telling y'all, this is all that information. Like whenever I come out with those hitters or, Dragonfly, he's got a couple different techniques that I don't use that he uses, but I have some that he doesn't use. But that's how we come up with this stuff is where we get so in depth with each stock. We can see the value in it or how there's no value in it. And whenever you're buying into that stock and on the other end of that stock, the company is controlling it. So if you're buying in on a crappy stock, they might have pumped it up where they could get a raise next week or next month. Hey, you know what? We're supposed to get our bonuses next month. Let's dump $100,000 into the stock, pull $25,000 out, bump it around a little bit, get everybody stirred up. When everybody starts buying in, yank ours out a little bit more, let it keep building up. And whenever they get to a certain point where there's so many people up in that stock, what always happens? There's a reason that it comes down. They short it. They short that stock. See, it goes both ways. We can short it, so can they. People don't think about that. These companies can play the same game we can. The only difference is who's better at guessing. That's it. That's it. You take the information that you can gather on the stock. You do your analysis. First you determine, is this a day trade, swing trade, long term? Once you determine that, then you go to your next move. So let's say I just come across this stock this morning, right? This is the first thing I'm gonna do. I'm look at their website, see what it looks like, see how long they've been in business, see what's going on. Just kind of get a feel for them, right? They care obviously about their company. Look, with this clean of a website, and well, look here, for 13 plus years, Sun Nation has been voted the best solar business on Long Island. This is just on Long Island. But it's so profitable and so, like, they're so dedicated to their business, their company. They've been able to survive for 13 years. They're able to do financing. And it's been more than 3 years, which tells us that they're established. And they've already made it past that first marker of, we ain't got no money. Now we're really broke. Holy crap, we got money. That's it. You take a bunch of money, you dump it into the company you want to start. You're broke for a while because you're letting it build up. You're letting it get its name out there. You're investing all your money that you're getting from the company into the marketing and your taxes. You got to cover all these things. 13 years. They're established. They've been established. They've been riding this out. They rode it out through 2008, 2009 and survived. I don't know if y'all know, but 2008 was a huge crash. Market crash is a big deal. Same thing happened. One of the little guys took out one of the big companies, and it was a smorgasbord mess. And we were in a recession because of it. It was a whole thing. But anyways, same thing. They survived that. Any stock that survived 2008, 2009, it's pretty good stock probably to be looking into. Now, let's go back to right here, tip ranks. I'm scrolling down on tip ranks. See what kind of information we got down here. What is PEGY's average 12-month price target according to analysts? I'm just curious.
Wait. Scroll. Do you do day trading, swing trading, or long term, or do you do a mixture of both, or like all three?
I do a mixture. It just depends on the stock.
Gotcha.
Now, 9 times out of 10, I'm picking a swing trade all day because a swing trade is easier to control, and plus, whenever I go back in on my squeeze, then I already know what the stock's doing. Because once you go in on a swing trade, you're going in on a peak, but it's not done climbing with a little bit of shares, like, whatever the least amount it lets you buy, like 10. I think I buy 10 at a time. And then I get those 10, and then what I do is I let that short squeeze fall down. And whenever I see my certain ticker symbols that lets me know, hey, this is fixing to make the change, then I buy in heavy. I always buy, if you buy in times 3, then not only do you cover the downfall of your P&L, but then you double your money on the outcome whenever you pass your original buy-in. Does that make sense?
So you're averaging essentially.
Well, yeah.
What I'm getting.
Think you're stocking the money. You've already know where it's at, okay? And you buy in when it's falling down, but it's going to pop back. So what you're doing is you're buying on that fall down. And whenever you're buying in that fall down, you don't know how far it's going to fall. You don't know when the turn exactly is going to happen. But there are indications that it's coming, it's close, whatever. But then whenever that happens, that's when you buy in. Whenever you see that spike, whenever you get those first couple green candles, or even one, depending on what it is, what the wick is, depending on what that green candle is, this sucker's about to turn it up. All right, give me one more red and then give me 2 greens. Let's see what you're talking about. Red, 2 greens. Oh, ho, ho. Yep. 1,000 shares. Boom. Done. Ride it to the top. Even if it just rides you, even if it's coming down. See, here's the thing. If it's a downward trend, if the stock is in a downward trend of its market, then you're going to catch that bump, but where you buy in at better be less than that last peak high. Because that last peak high, it's not going to make it back up there in a downward trend. Guaranteed. It depends on which end of the 52 week you are. You're either on the low end or the high end. And that's what you got to know. Because for you to make that judgment call to do the swing trade, all right, if I'm going in a downward trend, we haven't hit the 52 week low for me to turn up to go in the upward trend, then in the downward trend, you bet your bottom dollar that I'm only buying 10 shares. I'm going to let her fall down just a hair, and then I'm going to at least buy 3 times what I bought from the start, because that covers my P&L. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Because what I'm talking about when I say P&L, where's my Weeble at? There it is. All right. So over here, still using the wrong account to show you that. That's all right. I can do it this way. So right up here, this is your P&L. This is the same thing that you see if you go to your account and you see all your information there. Your P&L is up there at the top, right under your name and stuff, and it tells you your percentage, whether you're up or down, right or wrong. Okay, well, that is whenever you're doing, you've got to do management. And that's another thing. People don't understand how you got to manage your brokerage account, like your own stuff. It's a whole process. Now, Billy Banks offers a class. Or, was he? Oh, he even offers to help you do it. And I think he only charges I think it's 10%. Like, if you got $500 and you want to go in with Billy, and like he will work the stock for you, get you back anywhere from 7 to 15%, because that's how he trades. He's 7 to 15%. Doesn't matter if the stock's up, doesn't matter if the stock's down, but that's how he gains money. See, me personally, my rule, I'm only 10% down, and as far as my take, I don't know, because I don't have a cap. I have my signals. So whenever I see my certain signals coming in, that's where day trading comes in. That's part of that swing trading right there too, just so you know. But if I have my signals, or if I do have somewhere to go, I set a stop loss. Or just like y'all were talking about earlier with a trailing loss. You know, it has all those steps in there where if you do have to walk away, you're covered. But like he was saying earlier, how mad are you going to be if you come back and now you set it, you set this where it trails and now it's following the stock and it's keeping up with it. But he said, and it can cut you out in a halt. Well, Ash, he was in with us whenever we were going in and going out on BMR, whenever it was coming in and out. I bought in 3 times and I got out 3 times on BMR because I was just making money quick. It was a quick pop. It was a day trade. But in that conversation, everybody's wound up. Everybody's heated. Like, not heated, but like the money's going up, everybody's great, right? But as soon as that money starts to go down, people get scared, people trying to get out, people get stuck. That's where that discipline comes involved. See, I'm not in that smorkus no more, because I'm following my rules. I'm doing what I always do. The money don't control me. I control the money. And that's what you got to remember. Don't let the money fool you. You ain't going to have it if you can't control it. Am I right? You're never going to have money if you can't control the money. Learn how to control the money. Done and done. So, PEGY stock. Look right here. I went over this in that video too. Look at your MACD. Right here was the crossover. And, everybody that's keeping up with Bank on Billy Discord, right here, the crossover is everything. We already know that we're in the money. Now, I'm in the 15-minute, ain't I? Anybody else?
Yeah, I was going to ask you. Yeah, 15 minutes. So,
what are you supposed to go by, though, in the heat? What are you supposed to go by? It is 9:36 here, so that means it's 10:36 Eastern Standard Time. So stock time is 10:36. So now we know that we're coming up on lunchtime. Everything's a little busy right now, but then at lunch it slows down. About 1:30, she gets to pumping again. So whenever we do this, this is how swing traders operate. This 4-hour window is a swing trader's dream. 15 minutes, 4 hours, 1 hour, 1 hour, and 4 hours. And the day. Why do I say that? If you go to your 4 hours, look at it now. It's already been in the heat. And it's not showing any cross. But you see how there's side by side, but there's nothing. No action, nothing. Well, it's not doing anything. And it's not giving enough indication that it's going to be up or down in the 4 hours. But we're actually in real time. So let's go down to 15 minutes. Well, in 15 minutes, it's showing you where you're at in the switch, right? So right now, it's just happened. Go to the 5 minutes. It'll show you the same thing. Now it's going to show you a little further back. You see how the 5 minutes is a little further back right here where it swapped over?
Yeah.
Time frames, bro. It's all about them time frames because you always look at something different. Look at the 5 minutes. Look at the RSI in the 5 minutes. Now watch it. This is 10 minutes difference. You see that?
Change.
You can manipulate. I could be on here talking right now, and I could be manipulating what I'm saying to you, and then I could make you buy my class. Buy into this big ass program that I'm going to set up, and you're going to buy into this to learn this stuff because of that. Just because of that time right there. That shit just make me so mad because people are going over this stuff, but they don't want to talk about what they're looking at. They want to talk about the truth of it. Because I can tell you that, look, I could be over here. Look here. I could be in this one right here. I could be in the 15-minute. Now, that right there, that view right there, that's swing traders love that. They love that. But if I had this covered up, where y'all couldn't see that, and I was telling you I was in the 4 hour, that's telling you that it's going to be an overnight trade. If it's this time of day, this is where we're at, I'm going to hold this definitely overnight because that some buck's going to pop in the morning. Give it a good 12 hours of people in and out, it's definitely going to pop. No, it's not.
Oh yeah.
Look.
That's messed up. People just covered that up.
Now you look. I mean, this is how much I've invested into figuring out how these people are screwing people over, and it's not okay. And that's what they do. Like, that's why whenever I get into it, I want to do people right, but I want them to have the opportunity to get it right too. Because if I just cover that up, dude, I can manipulate this whole scene, this whole situation. I could be telling you one thing, and even though you're seeing stuff, right? So let's say, all right, say I put it in the day. Look at this. Let me show you here. This is a swing trader's dream too. I mean, every time we see this is definitely going to catch your attention. Dang it, I know Ash is working, but he knows. What am I going to do? What's the first thing I'm going to do whenever I know this is happening? Not that, but if I see this right here, if I just see this in my MACD, as soon as I click on a stock, I just click on the stock, I'm like, whoa, wait a minute, what we got going on here? So I go over here and I'm looking, I'm like, oh, this MACD looks good, bro. No, that's money. I'm going to wait. Look, you see the purple and the yellow? It's fixing to cross. I'm about to get in this. It's about to be a heck of a swing trade. Or a day trade. I'm going to say it's a day trade. It's about to be a heck of a day trade. It's about to pop hard, dude. Right at market. No, it's not. Look. Boom. I'm in the day. You cannot do, you can as a risky, but I'm not going to do a day trade and look at a day chart. Why would I do that, If I'm looking at a day chart, this means I'm either looking for long term, I'm looking where a stock's starting at or where it's stopping at. Like, I'm trying to figure out where we're at for the overall of the month or the overall of a lot of months. I'm not trying to figure out today. And today, if I'm doing today, it's going to be 1, 3, and 5. I'm watching for certain indicators. But
I recently just sorry to cut you off. I recently just started to appreciate the daily chart.
yeah.
Before I was always like, why is Billy using the day chart like the way he is? But now I'm starting to I connected the dots just the way I did with the other charts. The daily chart matters a lot, especially when it crosses that signal line, the MACD crosses it. You sort of see that first green bump? Yeah. Oh yeah, people are coming into that bad boy for a swing.
Well, when you're with banking with Billy, that's why he's giving it, dude. And that's why I'm even joined up with him because I like how he is. He's straight up. He tells you what it is. And that's what I'm doing. I'm telling you guys the way that these people are making money off of all of us, they made it off me. All right? Is they cover that shit up. They tell you one thing when it's really another. Then you buy their class. And they show you the same thing again, except they add time frames. I've seen it so many times, it makes me sick. I've jumped in people's stuff, and I will call them a scammer, especially if I catch them scamming. Because that's wrong, bro. Like, these people are out here, and half the people, you think about, when I first started this journey, like, I didn't have no money to my name at all. I'm sitting here, I'm like, man, I got to figure out a new way to bump myself up in the world. I'm still doing that. I'm still climbing. I'll never stop climbing, though. But that's just it. I didn't have no money. I'm trying to figure out how to do it. If I had to pay $20 a month, if I pay $20 a month and I can learn how to do something that's going to make me a lot of money, bro, I'm not even going to tell you how much money it cost me to learn the truth. But this is my whole point, and I think with Billy and his mindset and his game and how he does things, I think me and him and Dragonfly, we've all been talking and all in the same boat about having to get out, reaching out to the people in the Discord, actually being able to actually help them, and instead of just doing this run around game and people being confused. And that's what we're doing here now. We're just having a session. You want to know about PEGY? We're going over PEGY. You want to know about some different things? Let's talk about it then. You know, stock talks, all I know. And this is one that I set up the other day whenever we were actually going over it. And that's another minute. This is just fundamental. This is that next level. That's that fundamentals you got to start applying to make decisions where I could tell you what to do. You know, like, or not tell you what to do, because like I said, everyone makes their own decision with their own money. But I can suggest anything but I want to make a good suggestion, because that's how I want to represent myself. I want to be, if I'm useful for you, then you're going to be useful for me. If I set up something that's going to be beneficial to you, then obviously you have something that's beneficial to me. And that's it. That's teamwork. You get that teamwork together. Teamwork make the dream work. We know that. You know, there's nothing easier there's no better feeling than accomplishing something yourself, but there's no better achievement than accomplishing something with others. Because that breaks that boundary. You're not self-made. I mean, it took a mom and a dad. You know what I'm saying? You're not self-made. Somebody brought you here. What you do with yourself, that's what counts. And this is part of it. You know, what are you going to give back to other people? You going to keep taking from people because people took from you? I learned that one the hard way too. No. Cut off the terror of that shit. Like, let's help people make money and help people make money. Like, you got a good person, like, okay, our team, our Discord, you think about it. Has anybody just gave you a hard time? Any of y'all? Has anybody gave y'all a hard time about helping you?
Nope.
Not at all, right? So with nobody giving you a hard time and you can actually come in and you feel welcomed and you feel like you can ask those kind of questions, well, whenever you're doing that, bro, how do you lose? You got people that are all looking for how to make money. You got all people searching to make that money. And now we're working as a team to make that money. You know, whenever the Super Bowl, there wasn't one man walk out there and made it all happen. No. It was the coaches. It was the players. It was the staff. It was everybody. But see, that's why we're so messed up now, is because we cannot grow together. It's too much trying to beat the other person because of the 1%. Because look at all of us. There ain't nobody in here gonna say that they wouldn't want to be a 1%. I'm not saying the Illuminati and all that shit. I'm not saying that. I'm talking about having the money stat. Having that level of money. That level of control. Well, of course you would. Because that would eliminate everything else. Having that kind of control, you wouldn't have to worry about your girl being mad, your kids being upset. I promise you, every time my son gets upset with me because I forget something, I throw him 100, he's good. We are fine. But that's it, though. The money makes the world go round. If we learn how to do it together, we won't lose. We'll all make money. And that's that next level stuff right here. PEGY. This gap down I did to be filled, I was keeping up with this. That's why I'm in this one, because that will have to be filled. But this is a slow stock. And that research showed us that. Being able to determine what we're looking at, how we're breaking it down, judging what kind of trade you're wanting to do. Now, once you start getting these things and you start implementing these different things, you're going to see it for yourself. Because me sitting here and explaining, you don't really, brass tacks, you don't really know what I'm talking about because you're not seeing it in action, but you will by doing it yourself. You start this paper trade ain't nothing, because you're going to be like, oh yeah, this ain't my real money. Think of it as your real money. Think of it as, if I don't make this, then I'm going to be living in a box next week. And you get that mindset, then you're going to start thinking about how to make real money with these stocks. You're already interested. We've already been in a class for what? I don't know, over an hour. And I was in a class this morning for 45 minutes. Everybody here wants to learn. Everybody here wants to make money. Now, you stop helping people make money, you're going to stop making money. That's a golden rule. Look at Trump. Look at all the big beat. Everybody's like, oh no, that's Illuminati and all that. They're all the bad things. Okay, well think about the bad things for 1 minute, okay? Why do they keep getting the good stuff? Look at their charities. Look at what they do give to people. Yeah, they get all that money. Yeah, it's a tax write-off for them, but they still give it away. That's how they stay where they're at. If you give it away, it's going to keep coming. You got to set your line. You got to set your course. That's what we're doing with stocks today. We're setting a course. We're figuring out what we need to know, what kind of trader we're going to be, and what fits us and suits us in the best way. If I'm going to be a day trader, I'm going to be looking at 1, 3, and 5. I'm going to be looking at short term. I'm going to be looking for bumps. I'm going to be looking for hot news, the fastest news. I'm going to be looking for something that is blowing up in the steam room, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok. I'm going to look. That's day trading to me. Day trading, what's hot, what's happening, what has that high volume. My screeners, volume screeners. I'll probably keep most of my setup this way, except the only thing I would change is my VWAP bands. I would change those around a little bit. But that's it. That's what I'm saying. There's different things. Did y'all know that all these indicators up here change numbers? Do you know that all these can have different settings? So if I go in here to my indicators and I go over here to my MAs, all right, so let's go over there to the indicator settings. I go to MA, I can set these at different numbers. I can go into the style, and then I can choose which ones. I can choose the colors, the thick of the line. All these things in here are tools. These are tools for a job. And the job is to beat the big dogs in the trading game. That's where they come from too, because there ain't nothing more than somebody who's well off. They love to let other people know they're well off, but when they truly do it is when they don't say a word. When you know their status and they're silent. When you know someone's status and they're quiet, they're there, bro. They made it. That's it. You got people who's trying to, they blowing smoke all the time saying, oh, this, that, and the other. No, you got to admit your faults, admit your downfalls, and then there you go. You can't be hurting if you admit when you're wrong. But look here. We see this huge gap, and I've double-checked this 3 times just to make sure, it looked like here it had a common gap. That's what this was right here. And then, I'm sorry, this right here was my actual gap. This here was my common gap between time frames, because of where we were looking at it at. And I'm pretty sure, and that's another thing, I can stop time on this and everything. That's the gurus will fake you out, because they'll get you where you can bite enough and you know what's going on, but you can't sink your teeth into it because you're missing something. You're missing a little piece of knowledge. And I tell you what, there for a long time, for like 6 months, I seen it so much where it was like that right there. That one move right there. Nobody even thought of that, did you? I didn't. For a long time. And then after I saw it one day in a video, where this dude was like, oh crap. And he did that. He did that right there. He said, oh crap. At the beginning of the video, oh crap. He didn't cut it out. And then I got to watching him, and I saw what it was in before he said it. And then he was lying to us. He's telling us in a different time frame. I got so mad. Dude, I couldn't even believe it. I couldn't even believe it. I watched him cover that up and then sit there and offer me his class and how he's going to make me a better trader. Yeah, because you're sitting here lying in your videos. No. So and then after having a couple sessions with Billy and being in with that and, having people actually reach out to me and asking for me to help, I don't know how to help so many people at once other than, like doing this right here. Because you think about it, if you're trying to reach out to 5 or 6 people just in one sitting, or you got 20 people trying to message you in your DMs because they caught on to your stuff, they're trying to figure it out. No, let's have a sesh. Let's break some stuff down. Let's get to the nitty gritty and fix some trader problems that aren't being answered. And if we don't have the answer, I don't have all the answers. Don't mistake that at all. I don't have all the answers, but I bet we can find them. I'm good at research. I'm good at finding stuff. I mean, my favorite game. What was that game? Growing up, I Spy. Yes, I did. So back here, another thing with this one, we'll go over to the analysis. See, now it's a buy. Yes, last night it was a strong buy, and it's still a buy. It has nothing on the deep end. Nothing's changed in the volume. The volume's still, the volume's actually, it's oversold now. See that? Let me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I need to go check mine real quick. Give me just a second. And see, that's another thing. It's hard. Like, it's hard to day trade and swing trade for me right now, where I'm doing this too, because I'm not focusing on the stocks as much as I'm focusing on giving out good information, value information.
Same setup, same strategy, every single trade. How y'all doing today?
What's up, Billy Banks?
And dude, done overslept for everything. I woke up to see my EVA done explode about 30%. And they sold that thing off real quick, still sitting up about 10%. Rev B pushing up for the quick reversal. This is just the beginning. Don't miss this, bro. Neo stock is getting a little bit bullish as well. Also, I've been looking at those quick trade sections, bro. About quick trades. Quick trade section might be hands down my new favorite section. And quick trades is a little bit more advanced with how he type his moves and stuff like that. But bro, those things be exploding. I went for the last 2 quick trades for the last 2 days. Every morning, bro, they wake it though, exploding up 150% every morning. It's crazy, bro.
Yo, Billy.
What stocks y'all holding?
Billy.
SR.
I'm in Rev B right now. Look at the daily chart, man. Look at the daily chart, man. Oh my goodness. I'm in.
Yeah, Rev B is about to make that move, bro. And you called it first. You called it first. I'm proud of you. Go says I remember, I remember back in the days when you first joined, still learning your strategy, still trying to figure out how to do this and that. And look at you now, bro. You throwing out the fire plays, the safe, easy, early speed. That's what it's all about, man. You done came a long way, man. If ain't nobody noticed, bro, just know that I noticed, bro. I noticed.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. It's going to be another great week in the market next week, man. They talking about market's going to be even more bullish. We had a couple red days this week, a good red day or so. Next week should be super exploding. Everything will be exploding next week. I'm trying to get out of these current swings. Some swings take longer than others, man. And I hate when a swing take about a swing take 2 weeks, and then you ready to let that thing go and catch those next plays,
And the moment you do, the moment you let it go, that's when it pops off.
The second you let it go, every time too, man. I guess I'm not the only one. Whenever I let that thing go, as soon as I do, then that's when all the big boys want to Billy out here. Everybody get in here now. I'll be like, get in here, bro. Crazy.
Man, stock market be getting me upset, man. I'm just like, oh my goodness. But correction and repetition, not have that happen again is what I've been working on. I've looked at the daily chart more though. That's what's been helping me. I think noticing, man, like pay attention to that daily chart, and when it's gonna cross over on that MACD is huge, and that's why I'm pretty hyped for Rev B right now, because the big whales is in there. They're in there. So it's a low float, so it should go up pretty good if it needs to be. And then we got that news, so all the things are aligned from what I can tell. And I'm in here, man. I'm in here. This is probably my favorite stock I've seen in a long time, or in a while. A long time.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. We gonna upgrade banking with Billy, man. I need to go add in a new news section. I feel like we got everything we need. I'm finna add in a new news section. I'm looking to upgrade to a premium package. I'm about to add in a premium package so we can start helping a Discord.
Was our news section down?
Huh?
Was our news section down? In the news section in the Billy Banks?
It's a U section.
The news section. That's correct. Okay.
Oh, the news section. Oh yeah, they kicked me off. They kicked me off, bro. We talking about that catalyst. The stock catalyst news used to be fire, bro. They kicked me off. I don't know what they was on. I be talking about. I be talking about these things in the videos. Everybody's starting to see banking with Billy. They must have seen it and said, "Wait, Billy Banks over there using these alerts." I don't know what they blocked me from their whole thing. I'm like, damn, I'm gonna get it back in here. I know a couple ways. I'm gonna throw it back in. And I be on Twitter. I be looking for the next news on Twitter. I like to go to Twitter for the hottest, for the newest alerts and stuff like that. Twitter got all the news, but apparently it don't got all the stock news no more. It's crazy. I like to follow along with the investor news. My favorite sections in here are still the hot trades and the oversold swings. I'll talk about hot trades and oversold swings. If you are new here, yeah, because I know
Oh,
I
I
see some
forgot
new
about
people in here.
oversold swings. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
oversold hot swings and oversold plays throw out the fire plays. I mean, they throw out our style of trading. You know what I mean? Getting in those stocks while they oversold, while they coming in for that swing trade. You still want to check out that chart and whatnot. But penny stocks, hot swings, and oversold plays, I believe they've been in here the longest out of everything, literally, and they've lasted the longest for real. It's crazy. I'm finna start going for dividends. If y'all don't know about dividends, I'm finna start making some hot dividend videos, bro. And the cheapest dividend stock I found, I think, was MPW. If y'all want to go check that out, MPW down to like $3. If you guys ever come across a stock that got dividends that's less than $3, let me know, because that might be the one for me. It's hard to find those things, you know what I mean? It really is.
Yeah.
About dividends. I'm getting ready for the next set of swings tomorrow, man.
Wait,
I'm
what
finna
time
let
is
go.
it?
I'm finna get out of some things today as well.
Oh, who called the FFI this morning? Was it Manson? Who? Okay, hold up. Someone called this. Someone called this out. So it was a big mess. Math.
I'm back. It was a good time for me to go to the restroom. I was like, all right, I'm gonna take 5 minutes. But yeah, no. So where are we at? Where are you at now, Ghost? What do you need? What are you thinking?
Sorry. I was no, I was just no, I was just
Angel.
wondering. I just wanted to like ask some questions. I knew you were streaming. I just wanted to kind of follow along.
Yeah.
And see. I just wanted to see your thoughts. Because what was it, man? I don't know why I forgot, but I had forgotten because you said Peggy was like on its way, and you wanted to hop in there.
Oh
And I
yeah.
was just wondering like why you wanted to hop in there.
So another reason on Peggy. Well, one is just my. Remember, the basic setup tells us a lot, and you can definitely make money with the basic setup. Because look at this. Look at your MACD. It's setting up nice. Now remember, look at that. I'm in the day though. Hold on.
The
Let's go ahead
daily.
and see
Yep.
where we're at, right? So now we're still here. But now if you look at your past, we're still riding under that line. But whenever I bought in right here. When that crossed over, when this crossed over, and I saw that we were coming down for this dip, I bought in like right in here. And then that way, right before the crossover, and I wish I had one to show you real quick, but those 2 points where the purple and the orange, where your MACD meets your signal line, at that point right there, if I see that, I might buy in a little bit. But whenever that first green, this one right here, when that pops up,
Yep.
done, bro. But now you got to remember, which stock are we talking about? We're talking about long term. So you always want to catch on the dip. But the first thing I'm going to do for a long term stock, whenever I'm looking to see where I'm at, where I want to buy in at, let's go to the day. You see that stock laying out right there? So it's been coming down since 2021, right? Look at it. It's 2021. Now it has this gap to fill, and it's already down to 8 cents. And we all know what time of year it is. It's either make it or break it. You got to prove that standard.
Yeah.
Now, this is where you apply all of that information that we've went over the last hour and a half. You know, you think about this. All that information is telling us something now. All right, this company has been around since 2003. They have been profitable for so many years. But what goes up must come down. In 2021, they started coming down. Now, over the years, of course, you got your spikes and your downs, your spikes and your downs. You know, it's ups and downs, ups and downs. But now, when you get to that bottom, well, we're already over here. You look over here. They made that bottom. Your 52-week low, 0.0803. Look at where we're at, dude. This is why I'm saying this. This is like, and this is any trade, though, what I'm speaking of right now. This is the area that you're looking to get in at is when it's in its low. When it's at its lowest point, that's where we want to be. We want to be where it's going to cost the least amount of money to get in, where we can grow to be the most profitable in that aspect for every day trading, swing trading, whatever. But the signs don't lie, the stocks don't lie. What we're looking at and what we can compare to. And here's another reason. Check this out. Look at your RSI. That right here, I don't know if you guys can see it good in the stream or not, but right here is a green line. Can you guys see that green line?
I can.
Let me back it up. Yeah, you see that green line? Let me move this up too. This also helps. Maybe that'll help a little bit. Y'all see my red lines up here? My green line is down here. Where'd it go? Hold on, I'll zoom in. Right there. You see it? There's my green line.
Yeah.
So right here where my mouse is, look how much under it's already went. So now, as you can see, this stock
extremely oversold.
Right. Now look at this stock over the years. When it comes down, there's only one direction to go after that.
It goes right back up.
These are the things, all these things I'm telling you is why I was like, okay, these are good reasons why. Now, let's go back to 101 stuff, right? This is stuff that we did before we knew what stocks were, before we even really knew what we were doing. And we would just go over here to Google. Remember these days? Y'all probably still do it. I mean, I do sometimes just for fun, just because I want to compare with the knowledge that I have now. I want to compare it to what Google says. And sometimes, bro, it's scary how accurate it is, especially since AI's come out. So, is PEGY a good stock to buy? Right? Don't lie. We've all been here. Oh, look at this. Now you got market beats pretty. You know,
consensus rating, market beat.
So now you're going through all this, but what are you really learning? You're getting another guy's opinion because watch this. All right, so yeah, Pineapple Engineer has received a consensus rating of buy. Has it? Who's saying that? Is that from Market Beat? Well, all right, let's see what they got to say about it then. So we'll go over to Market Beat. This is how you learn what sites are true and which ones lie to you. I mean, this is how I learned because, like I told you, I'd follow all these gurus. I'm like, yeah, teach me. And then, like, the next thing you know, you don't know nothing. You're worse off than you was because now you have all this new information that doesn't make sense. That's dumb. Get your basics covered. Know how to do your research. Know how to follow the stock. Don't chase the stock. If you chase the money, you'll never catch it. Control the money. If you control the money, you control the stock. You control your bank account. You stock the money. You watch it. You follow it. You don't chase it. You follow it. That way you can actually get to a point in your life where you can cut that money off and you can make good money. That's learning the buying in and the getting out part. That's that determination. Now, what's the in-between? The in-between is the discipline. The in-between is that 7 to 15% up or down, or what you set your own bases at, but rule of thumb is 7-15%, and the reason Billy lies on that so much is because it's true. 9 times out of 10, a stock's going to go up, 10, maybe 20%. You're not going to have a heavy hitter every week like you did BMR. BMR went up 300% and in no time. Like we rode that the other day in a group. We were all in the group together and we're in here and all of us are day trading in and out. And old Niche, he couldn't even stand it because he's like, I don't even know when to get in or out because that's day trading. If you're not an experienced trader, bro, don't fucking day trade. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that. But I can't stress it enough. Don't day trade. Unless you're in a group with a group of good guys that they know what they're talking about. Stay away from day trading. You're going to lose your money quick. And you're not even going to fool with this. It'll be the worst decision you ever made. Don't do it.
What I like to do is I like to stick to the swing trades.
Nope.
Same day, cool, we just got a hot day trade out of it. If you go about it like that, that'll always save your day trades and stuff like that, you know? So you don't ever be running out and whatnot, since we really only going for swing trades. But those day trades go crazy. Like, you right, like yesterday we were in, I went for CETY, went for IINN, and those things got so much emotions in them. So much emotions. One is up for one, we already going in for the FOMO. Talking about a hot fast day trade that's already overbought. And then once that thing exploded, we get filled with the greed. Talking about we can get that next leg up. It's easier to just settle somewhere, man. That 7-15% definitely creates a very strong consistency. And depending on like I said, I don't know how everybody be trading. I don't know how much money everybody be trading with, and I don't know what everybody goals is and whatnot. But if you looking towards a consistency to handle what you got to handle, monthly or quarterly or whatever, you definitely want to have set targets and then be able to reach that many amount of those set targets. And then these stocks explode. That's 7-15%. That's really for cutting the stock for a small. That's really for if the stock go down for a small loss. It makes it consistent if it go up and you cutting and you locking those gains in around there. But these stocks explode hundreds of percents, thousands of percent. You know what I mean? So it's like it really all depends on what you like to go for. But everybody can always get they 7-15% out of that stock, no matter what. Makes it a lot, makes it 1,000 times easier. Consistency means everything. Like I don't know if you guys looking to, you know, I don't know what y'all goals are and whatnot, but whatever y'all goals are, you want to be able to make sure that you are meeting a certain percentage goal, using a certain amount of money for a certain amount of trades throughout a certain period of time, and that'll help you. That'll ensure that you reach your goals every single time, whatever that is.
Right.
Yeah, Billy. Earlier we were actually talking about just just give them a couple tips on doing research and stuff like that. And of course, we've been looking at a couple stocks too, but really been preaching the importance of learning strategy for yourself. And you keep following gurus and all that. You've got to know some information just for you to be able to make money without not putting this in somebody else's hands. Because if you do that, there's plenty of people that you can get into right now. And I encourage you, if this is what you want to do, go to these people. You can pay them 70% of all your winnings, and you can get 30% gains. And that you get to keep you just give them a certain amount of money, and they'll give you 30% of whatever they win for you every month. Or you can invest a little bit, like in this Discord. Billy charging $5 a month. It's crazy, but like we've been talking about the different levels of people. We were talking about this earlier in class. There's different levels of people here right now. There's some people that want somebody to tell them the answers. Put in here, get out there. Well, you ain't paying nobody for that around here, bro. Like we want to help people, but you got to give to get. That's the way life works. You got to give to get. Then you have some people in here that are ask questions. Ash. Head Ghost, they're different people asking questions, follow-up questions, trying to figure out and learn. If you really want to learn and learn that process, that's the kind of people we've been looking for anyway. Because we want to be able to help people build their own selves up and be profitable.
There's a lot of people in banking with Billy now, man. I see everything. I say, I know the people who are winning, the people who are progressing and learning. A couple big whales in here too. The big whales in here, they seem like they really don't save too much. I'm pretty sure Coach Mansun is a big whale. I'm like positive Mansun got it because everything he touches explodes almost instantly. But there's a lot of people who, there's a few people who aren't upgraded to bankability membership. Those people down in the free chat, I notice they still be lingering around. I notice they still be looking for what the next thing to get is to have the most questions. I get so many inboxes. You already know, comments and inboxes, all that stuff like that. And the majority and mass of them come from the people who join Bank with Billy who haven't upgraded because they're looking for the next thing. And I'm like, man, once you upgrade to that, like you said, this extra little $4 or $5 monthly membership, this clears up everything. Once you upgrade,
$5 is nothing. Like honestly, I was like,
yeah, that $5 don't need that $5 is a little happy meal.
Think about that.
That's a couple chicken nuggets real quick. That little $5 ain't nothing. And once you put that $5 in, you got unlimited.
It's wild, I'm not gonna lie. $5 is wild.
It's wild, And some people they don't believe in putting in, like how you say, John. Some people don't believe in putting in to get back.
Right.
That holds people back. They're
And
sitting
that's
here
the
like,
key.
some people look at it like, man, I'll charge $5 a month. Well, let me go ahead and find the free. Let me go ahead and find that free thing over there. And then when they go to those things, those free things, or those things that are charging $50s and $100, whichever the case may be, they still don't find what they're looking for because those people are not really in there to help them learn, to help them grow, or to come together as a team. This makes a massive difference. When we go into other discords, like those trading classes, for example. Now, those trading classes, trading courses, day trading courses, and stuff like that, bro. They charge hundreds. They
I
charge
had
hundreds,
there was
bro.
this
You
one
get
class charged like 1,300,
really,
1,300. Ridiculous.
really. That's
Let me
Yeah.
insane. And that's the thing. They do that. Well, you do that, and then still leave out of that class, still trying to figure out how do I find the next stock to buy.
Yeah.
That's crazy,
That's
bro.
crazy. And here's the biggest
That's
thing that gets me,
wild.
Billy, because I chased this for a long time, brother. I'll tell you right now, I chased this for so long because I love numbers. I love numbers. I'm always good. I've always been good at math. That's my strong suit, right? And I've always been good at research. I love history too. So I've always been depth in it. And the thing about it is, if you get those kind of people, how many of y'all, let me ask you this, how many of you have joined a group and if you pay X amount to get started, a lot of them started off, this is what I've seen a lot of times, $7. $7 a month gets you into whatever, and then you got, once you get in, that next bump up, that next bump up is $150. For me to
I've
get to
seen
that
it.
next step, for
I've
me
seen
to level
levels.
up, I gotta pay
Yeah.
150 now. I can't bump up. Where's that $20? Where's that $50 at? Because
See,
I'm trying. Where's the people I'm trying to help? I'm not trying to help people that's got money, bro. I'm trying to help people like me that need money. So my point is, yeah, okay, it's $5 to get in here, and like I said, I'm not giving away nothing. But like these things I'm talking about are building up to something because, like Billy and me, we're tired of people getting run over, and then they come in here and getting pissed off because, well, for $5, this, no, bro, we're laying the real facts. People just like people in this Discord. The only difference is we made it past that bullshit, and now we're trying to get the real smoke to give to people who are just like us, people who are looking for that next step, looking for that next level up. Now, if people want to dedicate themselves to that, yeah, you're gonna pay, but it's just like we talk about. The problem is the way people go about it. Just like in these videos, I sat there and showed y'all how so many people have made millions off of people like us. And if you're not sick of people taking, I'm sorry, please don't let your children hear this. I know how to post this video now, but it's fucked up. If you cannot help your fellow people, like everybody don't get along, that's because we all have our own personalities. That's fine. Respect that. Respect people's boundaries. That's great. We've got to bring the peace back in humans. See, right now, look at all of us. Every one of us are probably sitting there in our offices or sitting in our bedrooms or wherever because shit, we don't want to deal with people out there half the time. And that's fact. I'm a businessman, and I have to put a smile on my face way too much because of fake people. But I am hoping one day, with my strategy of my honesty and my character, builds it up where we can all be that person, where we can all help each other to be better instead of trying to just knock each other down to get a foot up for ourselves. People work together, grow together. Teamwork makes the dream work. That stuff didn't just come about for no reason. That is real talk. And that's what we're doing here. And we, every day, even when we're not on here talking to you guys, we might take a break. Like I had to take a break yesterday because I was just spitting it out there so much. I literally had to walk away just to my eyes to adjust, to go get something to drink, go to the restroom. I didn't have lunch yesterday till what 2:30. I think I told Ad, I said, bro, I got to go eat something. I've been up since. That's another thing. I've been up since 4 o'clock. Well, not this morning. Yesterday morning, I was up since 4 o'clock in the morning. This morning, I got up at 5 and I was mad at myself because this is more important to me. People like you that are reaching out, asking questions, wanting help, like actually asking questions to help you gain in life. You think
Alright.
about it.
Yeah, that's
And I know it sounds too good to be true, but you just wait and see. Y'all remember Just.Scrollin.Trades. You watch this shit happen, bro. And how many people I'm going to change for the better, but I'm going to do it differently. And I mean, yeah, of course I'm going to have to charge because for me to be able to do this, I got to be able to have that time. And what is time? Time is money. Don't you ever forget that. But you know what what they forget about is sometimes you got to give up money for time. Family.
yeah, it's true.
You just got to decide where your time belongs.
They said if you're good at something, don't do it for free.
That's it. Don't do it for free. But I mean that's another thing too. Yeah, I'm cutting myself short already. For somebody to sit in a classroom for 2 hours, I've sat in here with y'all for 2 hours, telling y'all stuff that I could be getting paid for, and I'm going to get paid for it. It's going to happen. And the thing about it is, though, right now I'm trying to figure out my direction. And as far as my direction goes, I already know where I am with the stock market. I already know my strategies. I already know my discipline. What can I do to help other people get where I'm at? But then I also have to take myself back there and be like, what did I struggle with? Like, what did I hate about this journey? What did I hate about trying not to give up? I mean, let's be real. Any of y'all ever fucking try to do TikTok, or you ever try to do YouTube, or try to do any of these things? Yeah, YouTube or stocks, or a lot of people give up, bro, because it's so hard to get the information you need. Like I gotta go to this guy. I gotta go to these 3 different places. What? So now I've got to get a member here. See, and that's another thing y'all don't realize. These people are like, oh, go over here and sign up with so and so. Have y'all heard of affiliate marketing? Well,
I've heard of. Yeah, I think I've heard of affiliate marketing. That sounds so familiar.
well, this is a little side note on stocks, but it's all relative. So on affiliate marketing, these companies out here that come to Market Beat right here. Let's see here. I can't say for Market Beat for sure, but we can find out. Let's see here. Just look. And this is another thing too, just in case you guys don't know, if you're trying to figure out if a company's real or not, this is back to stock market stuff. I know I'm jumping around everywhere, but this is also what I was talking about getting that direction, right? If you scroll down to the bottom of their page, all this information here tells you the truth about this site. So right now though, we're looking for something in particular. I'm going to see if I can find it.
And I think I'm gonna. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna hone in on swing trading for the most part, and then eventually start leaning into day trading. I mean, I know how to do so. I've done day trading. I just need. I want more concreteness or more consistency in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's the place to start. Then you're in the right place, because every one of us, we do stick to the basics. Now each of us do have a little bit of I guess you would call trading slang on certain aspects, but it's all based off the same thing, and that's what we do here at Making with Billy Discord. We're in here to make money and help others do the same.
Yeah, Billy's strategy has worked out the best for me so far.
Stick with what works best. If it ain't making you money, it ain't worth doing, bro. If it ain't making you money, don't do it. If it's just costing you money, I mean, that's habits, right? That's what costs you money. Habits, bad decisions, right? Like that's what costs you money. You know, you're investing. Like if I'm going to the movies with my son, I'm investing in that. People don't you gotta look at life this way. I'm investing going to the movies with my son. Why? Because I'm giving up money for what? Time. That's knowledge, bro. That's wisdom. Time. Time costs you money. Money is time. Time is money. You got to give up time for what's important. You got to give up money for what's more important. Take that to the grave. But if you come down here and it says in the bottom of these websites, affiliate marketing program, or you may have to email them, because on a lot of them, you know, and I'm speaking from experience. So I'm just saying, sometimes you got to email the company. And you email the company, and then they send you their package for their affiliate program. So now you got these guys on here, and they're flipping these, what they're saying here. Okay, well, hey, I'm talking about tip ranks and all this. I'm not affiliate with these guys at all. Hand to God, I ain't affiliate with these people. But I respect the website. I respect the information. I respect how much detail they give in the information. The value of where you do your research at. It's very vital. Understanding the research is very vital. But there's a simpler way to do it than all this BS they give y'all. That's what I'm talking about. It doesn't take. You think about it. If you're giving out good information, then why you got to charge $1,000 to be in my program? Why do I got to charge you that?
Oh, what's funny is it wasn't. It was just buy here, sell here. It wasn't even like,
Yeah.
hey, it was literally just buy here, sell here. We give you money, or we just give you the stock. That was it. It was like some strategy, but that strategy was just, honest to God, it was just trash.
No, you almost had it. It wasn't trash, bro. It's gold. It's a trap. You said it wrong. It's a trap. It's gold.
It's a trap.
Yeah, they making killing doing it. They do it every day. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. It is very valued. Now, here's the difference though. There are some affiliate marketers who say, you know what? I respect this website. I respect how they run things here. I'm going to promote them. Those are the people I work with. See, I'm telling you, they're two different kinds of people right now. And I've been hard on this here lately because I'm trying to find my own way. But I think I found mine now. But other people that are in here are looking for their way. You got to find what people you want to surround yourself with and what kind of business owner you want to be. What kind of business person do you want to be? Because if you do this right and you strategize and you stick to the plan, and you stick to your plan, and you stick to your rules, you'll get there, bro. You put your future in front of you, and that's what I'm doing right now. I'm putting my future in front of me. I'm grinding 18 hours a day, looking at these stocks, running my other businesses, and helping people at the same time. This is
That's how it's done, bro.
Ask Billy right now. Billy, am I getting paid
Very
right
impressive.
now? Am I getting paid, Billy?
You will be soon. You will be soon. You will be soon. Now with this, so once your channel get monetized, you'll be making money nonstop, 24/7 while you sleep. Once you start this membership program, if you guys ever figured out if you and Dragonfly ever got it together, bro, you're gonna be in it, bro. Right now, you should be in your lifestyle trade, so you should be making a couple dollars whenever you hold it. Of course, you know.
Me and Dragonfly, we're gonna circle back with you about that other though.
And wait till we make this website. For those of you who are new here right now, who haven't been hearing the latest endeavors that we've been talking about, so we are about to create a 24/7 live stream. This will be on YouTube, connected to everything. Y'all know how that go, man. We talking about making a stock TV network, and we are about to go create another website. This is going to be called stockflix.net, preferably. This is going to be pretty much Netflix, straight for stocks. John, once we make these, bro, you're going to be bringing in so much money non-stop. It's going to be unbelievable, bro. It's going to be crazy, bro. I'm talking about stockflix.net going to be bringing in millions of dollars. We need to focus in on this web design. I think we should meet up whenever you got time or whatnot, and then we look at the Wix so we can design this website up and whatnot together. You know, I lack creativity.
Yeah.
Make a big difference.
But see, that's where I come in strong point at. See, Billy, he's the one that broke me of being able to talk on this mic right now. I'm telling you right now, I made 15 videos and didn't put one of them out because I was subconscious. I was so self-conscious about making these videos. I'm like, man, you know, and it scares me too because I'm like, I don't want to be. That's my biggest thing, and y'all gonna learn it. The more you're with me, the more you're gonna learn. My biggest pet peeve, man, is people taking fucking advantage of people, and it's simply because these people that, like in this Discord right now, they're reaching out. It's going to take people like me and Billy and Dragonfly to be able to stick our hand out and help them. Stick our hand out and help them to the right direction. Now, how are you going to help us? Well, you're already halfway there. You took the first step. You're making vital decisions. You got to start following somebody. You've got to start looking for someone you can trust. Well, that's the kind of value that we're going to give here.
Hey, if y'all want to help me, go ahead and hit like on every single video and share that thing out. We need the channels and the algorithms. Bankability is like an air balloon that's getting overfilled. This thing is about to pop, bro. We ready to explode, man. We right on the verge of an explosion. What we need is to make sure that the channels, I push my channel out of the algorithm because, and I know I do it, but I can't stop what I do, how I do my channel. So YouTube don't like when you every which way with it. You know, I'm every which way with the stocks. I'm talking about this stock, those stocks. I'm talking about a whole list of stocks, and I'm talking about one stock and whatnot. This throws us out of the algorithm. I recommend, I'm telling you guys, it's gonna be hard thing to stay in. Like, so those people who only make AMC videos, or those people who only make Neo videos and whatnot, they stay in the algorithm. This helps their channel, and whatever they got going on continuously growing, continuously get seen.
That's it.
Getting pushed out of the algorithm will slow you down.
That's weird.
It'll help with the algorithm is if everybody always drop a comment down. I'm talking about it could be a good comment, it could be a bad comment, say good work, say bad work, whatever it is. Throw a comment down. YouTube loves comments to help with that algorithm. This is
Billy, you know, I'll be commenting and I'll be liking your videos, Billy.
yeah, I be seeing you, bro, and I be appreciating that, man. I be appreciating that, man. It helps. So I'm talking about just one comment will start to throw you into that algorithm, and like, so if a video get like so many likes, John, like this for your videos and whatnot, I think like if a video get like up to like 10 likes, then the algorithm like that. If a video get like 5 or 6 comments, then the algorithm likes that. It'll start to push your channel out to
That's so weird.
And I'm John's first subscriber ever.
Hell yeah, he is.
Man.
Ash is my
Hey,
first.
man.
But here's my whole point. Here's why I'm saying this, right? And you mark it. I'm recording this. We've already hit the 2-hour mark. Thank you guys. I appreciate that. But I just want to tell you why I'm telling everyone this right now. I'm not making a dime doing this, and you can ask my wife. It's cost me a fortune getting into doing what I've done in a week. Because Billy threw something at me a couple weeks ago, and I was like, you know what? You're right. This has got me all over it, bro. I love helping people, and I feel like I can really help and encourage people. So the reason I'm saying this right now, why I'm not making no money and I'm not doing anything, you wait and see. You watch Just.Scrollin.Trades. I'm going to be the same dude I am today as I am whenever I'm telling you about Billy Coin. All right? Because you sit here. Let me ask you something. Head. Let me ask you something real quick, okay? What's your goal with this? Where are you trying to get to, brother? Just what's your goal? Ash, what's your goal?
My goal is to make enough money to put my kids in college, man. That's my first goal. Then to have security, you know what I mean?
That's a goal. You see, this homeboy right here, he's trying to take care of his family. He's trying to make a nest.
My daughter is 10 and my son is 8, so I'm trying to secure them. See, I want them to have what I never had. You know what I mean?
That's it.
See. That's real.
See, and that's a good thing. I didn't get to talk to Ash because he's a working man. He's on that clock, and still look at him right now. He's at work right now. Ash, you still at work?
Where y'all be working at? What y'all be doing?
I'm a maintenance, and I'll be working 8 hours a day, and I'll be listening to y'all. Whenever I get a chance, I'll listen to you. I know y'all see me asking questions, be on your videos, and liking, commenting on your YouTube videos. I'll be like trying to check everything.
This is very impressive, man. That's very admirable, man. You making sure that you in on that clock, doing what you got to do, and you still focused on your education and your passive income. This is very admirable, man. You winning all across the board right now. I like that, man. That's the thing. We come together at Bank with Billy, and we entrepreneurial. We in Bank with Billy. Everybody in Bank with Billy talking about getting that money and talking about growth. And then, we all making, and this is the thing. As long as everybody always stay focused and make sure that we can continue to bring each other up, we all gonna meet our goals and give it another year or so. Give another year. I mean, it's gonna be some more new people who come in just getting started or whatnot. But everybody in here right now, another year or so, all of our goals are gonna be met. I'm talking about we're gonna be sitting good, bro. It's gonna be crazy, and I'm proud of everybody up here. Everybody up in here.
Yeah, thank you for all y'all do for us, though, man. I mean, making time, and whatever extra I need to pay, I'm willing to do that.
I mean, I had the big goal of making sure that, like, when I remember when I first started trading, man, there wasn't nobody we don't have the stock market friends. It's like, you can't go knock on neighbor Jim door. And neighbor Jim, you see EVA stock and whatnot. They ain't trying to hear none of that. They don't even know what you're talking about. You know what I mean? So I remember like when I started, there wasn't nobody to speak to, wasn't nobody to talk about and whatnot. None of that stuff like that. And I'm like, man, I need to make sure I need to put together a team. I need to start building a family. I need to create a community where we can have all the investors in the world, so I can, be able to join in with and so on and so forth. And everything definitely came together exactly as planned, bro. I love it. I love it. Honestly, nothing like Banco Billy. And I remember my very first stock market Discord I ever joined, bro. I had an old friend, my old best friend back when. He ended up being into the stock markets. He ended up making the Discord and whatnot. And he gave me he was probably into the markets. He had a channel but like a year or so before I did and whatnot. I don't mess with dude no more. But he had me in his Discord, and of course he wanted control. He wanted control. He wanted my channel revenues, man. I'm like, what the fuck? He was telling me that my alerts were not as professional and whatnot. And dude told me, look, man, you're gonna have to go off and find somewhere else to go ahead and build yourself and build your following, then come back here and whatnot. I'm like, what? Oh, and this is my best friend telling me that. I'm like, bro,
That ain't your best
and
friend.
then so I moved around. You know what I mean? I go off and I found Prodigy Trading. It's a Discord owned by Trader XS Legit. He's somewhere in here. He's somewhere in here. I'm pretty sure. So he gave me a shot, and I'm like, yeah, Billy Banks. I got this goal, got that goal. I'm trying to, I'm finna bring the juice. And so on and so forth. All right, cool. We see you new, giving you alerts, YouTube, this and that. We'll go ahead and we'll go ahead and let you grow here. You good, bro? Get started. And then I let him know. I'm like, hey, let me know now. Don't plan on. I might not be planning on staying. You know what I mean? I might be planning off and going on, starting my own, so on and so forth. This, and that. I got big goals, LLCs and whatnot. Cool. We believe in you. We believe in you. We'll see you to your victory, bro. This made such a massive difference because of one person, just one person supporting your goals or what you want to do can change everything in life. It wasn't that's legit and Prodigy Trading, I wouldn't even be here right now. And then I remember when I trying to start building, I'm like, I'm gonna go start Bank with Billy LLC, man. Sitting around here in Prodigy Trading. A great Discord, by the way. You guys can check them out. When I started it, they ain't had no problems. You know what I mean? They didn't feel bad about anything. Hey man, Billy, let us know if you need anything. I was even on bullshit. I even went back and shared my link all through they things. Hey Billy, we see what you're doing. We support you. But don't be doing none of that bullshit. Like, okay, cool, I got you. It was all cool. Then eventually, bro, I ended up coming across. Ooh, I remember when I met StocksRockman. I met the StocksRockman, Brandon and them, bro. They had a whole. It's a stock called EMET, I think it is. I forgot what the stock was, but they was all trying to rally in on there back when EMET was having this big rallies and whatnot. So I ended up coming across there. They were seeing my videos. Somebody invite me in. I get in there and then I start talking Stocks Rock, man. Then I'm like, man, look, man, still starting out. This is back when Bank with Billy was still. Bank with Billy is still small. I only got like 4,000 subscribers. It's still small, but it was way smaller back when. And Stocks Rockman was like, look, man, I see what you're doing. You're trying to get, that juice, whatnot. We'll let you go ahead and grow. Stocks Rockman and Trader X is legit. Those two discords. It wasn't for them, I wouldn't even be here right now. I'm talking about they helped everything grow. They had no problems with me going off to do what I do. And eventually Stocks Rockman ended up coming over here anyways. Both of them over here. In fact, I'm gonna go see where Trader Legit at right now.
Say that's money.
But yeah, man, whatever y'all goals are, whatever y'all need, like I say, one person supporting whatever you got going on, or one person willing to give you a helping hand makes a massive difference. If y'all need anything, you got any recommendations, need any accommodations, let me know, and I'll see you to your goal. Not to say that I'm doing the best in life, and so, because it's big billionaires out there. I ain't a big billionaire, but I see what you guys want to do, and I see everybody trying to come up. Dream work, man. Dream work, y'all.
See, and that's me. I'm going to be a billionaire. But you know why I'm not there? Because my mind's not there yet. Once my mind's set, then I'm there. I'm learning now. And I'm enjoying learning because I'm growing. That struggle went for so long, bro. I mean, that struggle's so hard. And it's so deep and it burns different. But whenever you finally realize and you drop down that I'm going to make it on my own, mentality, and then you actually start reaching and helping people where your strong suits are, then you get other people's strong suits. Give and receive. And that's how it really does work. These people that just cut off themselves and they, they make it about themselves and they're snakes in the grass. Just like, I'm not saying nothing on your friend or nothing, but that sounds like a snake in the grass. You know what? My best friend, one of my best friends, I got a couple of them because they're my true boys. He is a GM for AT&T. Like, I mean, he's high up in AT&T. And you know what he said whenever I told him that I was thinking about doing this? What do you need? How can I help you? What's going to get you that next step? That's a
boy. Yeah, that's a true boy right there, man. That's a trooper.
Well, and now, why can't we do that for other people, though? Because once you do that for other people and you get that loyalty from people, then that person is going to help you grow. Because where me and him are at, we have that loyalty with each other. I help him with his businesses. He helps me with mine. And not only that, we got a business together. So it's like, it's a circle of trust, but it's been earned. So if you get that in a Discord like this, if we turn this Discord into a room where we can trust each other and we can grow together, what's stopping us? And of course, the biggest thing is you got to keep that mentality as you grow. Even though that money keeps rolling in that pocket, because it's coming. It's coming. And when it does come, don't let it take advantage, because you'll start chasing it again. You control
Definitely. I also recommend for newer traders some wise words one time, man. Don't work for the markets. Make the markets work for you. Whatever it take. I don't know how you gonna I don't know how you gonna manage your portfolios and your assets, whatever you got going on, but don't work for the markets. Make the markets work for you. If you know what you got going on and you know what your goals is and whatnot, it'll literally just come to you. Like right now, but y'all see me. I don't wake up I don't wake up all extra early every single morning because I'm going for my swing trades. And I know my swing is gonna swing. You know what I mean? Like, make the markets work for you, whatever your time frames be or whatever you got going on. As long as you make sure you remain calm, relaxed, and understand your goal, this makes a huge, massive difference. When we are newer to the markets, we got a tendency to not really know what our exact goal is. For example, if you're trying to go get the newest Bugatti that come out in 2 years, well, that's your goal. You be working towards that for these type of trades on those type of percents and so on and so forth. If you're trying to make sure that you can handle your monthly dues, which shouldn't be too, I don't know how much everybody bills and rent be and whatnot. Mine really ain't. I'm talking about, I got it easy, you know what I mean? But depending on what it is, you're gonna be making certain steps and certain percentages on a certain amount of trades to make sure you can meet that monthly goal. And this is another thing. If you are looking to be doing handling your monthly goals or your quarterly dues or whatever, I don't know, whatever you got going on, it take a few days to get that money out the market. Alright, so once you got your funds settled, that's about to take about 2-3 days. Now you're talking about that transfer, that's about to take about 2-3 days. Ooh, don't let it be a Thursday or a Friday, because now you're waiting about 5-6 days on to the next week and whatnot. You make sure that you be a month ahead in your portfolios, and make sure that you do your withdrawals or your transfers a week ahead, on a Monday preferably. Because you do it on a Thursday, bro. I'm talking about you finna be waiting all the way until next week. Talking about you ain't know it's gonna be that gap in time.
You guys remember me telling y'all about the Billy Banks and his management program? That's what he's spitting right now. He's talking about managing your portfolio. Sorry, Billy. I just wanted to emphasize on what you were saying because we were talking about this earlier in the session. Billy's talking about managing that portfolio, having it on point. That way you stay at a certain thing, especially when you get to the dividend status of doing the stock trading. This is really going to matter. So, if you're not comfortable, Billy's definitely one to get with on this. And he's already got something set up that you can get with him. He can implement, tell you everything how the program works. And not only that, you're going to learn, bro. You're going to learn through the whole process. And that's always good, too. And that's what me, him, Dragonfly, that's all what we're trying to do. So I want to say this before I close out my video here, okay? So this is the end of my video on everything that we spoke about. Everything that I've told everyone, I want to be able to help everyone. That way they can help me. That way we become a team and we grow together. Now, Billy, as my witness, I had one goal. Billy told me last night, he said, you need at least to go ahead and get an hour and a half video. 2-hour video if you can. I want you to know, with your guys' help, do you guys feel like I helped you today? I gave you some good information? Well, now y'all pass that back to me. Because with y'all guys' help, We're at 2 minutes and 14 seconds. My wife asked me, she said, well, hour video or hour and a half? I was like, yeah, but he said 2 hour would be best. She said, so what are you going to do? I said, I'm going to make a video for 2 hours and 15 minutes. This is what I'm talking about, guys.
You get it?
I'm at 2 minutes and 14 seconds. We're counting down the last 30 seconds right now that I've met my goal for today, that I've already accomplished my goal because I stuck to the plan. I've helped people, and now I'm getting back. And if I keep giving, then I'm going to keep receiving. When you get greedy, you get broke. Love, baby. That's all we got to do is give out love. So now, I'm just going to close out my video real quick, and then we can go back to this regular stream. So, guys, if you're not already a member, this has been a long video. I appreciate if you stuck around. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to Banking with Billy. Subscribe to Dragonfly. We're all here for you. We got big things coming up. We can't wait to see you guys in here. Come ask the questions. Let us give you the real answers. Let us give you the truth about the stocks. Let us change your future. With that, we'll see you next time.